Well, hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today, following up the review of this week's chapter of Fairy Tail, I bring you the review of this week's chapter of the 7 Deadly Sins, 170, For Whom That Light Shines. And my friends, if I thought that last chapter was a blast of a chapter, this chapter is a blast of a blast of a blast of a blast to the infinite square root of something. This chapter was amazing because it was unexpected, it was brutal, it was everything that a good chapter needs to be. It goes on with the fight between Escanor and Gota. Things just transcend the normal. I didn't expect the development of this chapter, especially not its end. But it happened, and I'm glad. And it just keeps on adding to Escanor's awesomeness. But anyway, let us begin. The chapter begins right at the end of the last chapter, with Gota and Escanor talking about Escanor's recent transformation, and Gota notes something very important that I actually put as one of the hypotheses for Escanor's sudden transformation. He cannot hold it for a long period of time, only for a few seconds, but he makes very noteworthy that a few seconds it's all he's gonna need, and suddenly smashes Gota's face, takes out his glasses, but surprisingly doesn't break them. That's one thing I find very, very interesting. I mean, he punches the guy's face, he takes his glasses and throws them at the pig, and the glasses don't break. I'm gonna tell you something, as a glass wearer guy, these guys break easier than an egg thrown at a wall. So yes, if you'd be grabbed by a guy 20 times your size with a brute strength, I don't think those glasses would survive unless, well, they're glasses made of like adamantium or kairoseki or something like that. Nonetheless, we have a funny moment with Hawk using Gota's glasses and Gota not seeing anything. And he uses another attack against Escanor, but it doesn't do anything because it jumps in the air and he calls his divine weapon Retha. In the last chapter, I was actually wondering that. Would he use his axe? Would he not? But apparently he does. And he can even summon it from wherever he is. And we see the axe just twitching, stuck to a rock and just twitching. And then, boom, the axe just flies away straight into his hand. And he grabs it and already prepares to launch an attack. Holy armament release. And an explosion of solar energy happens, and everyone else notes that, and all the fights stop because fights are going on as the others go. We've only seen 4 of them with this one, but they are all going at the same time. And after this chapter, I doubt we will see any of the other fights. And a thing worthy of notion is that the commandments actually state that Escanor's magic power, is on Esterosa's level. Esterosa, if you remember, is the guy with the kind of long short hair, who's one of Meliodas' brothers. I don't know if it's older than Meliodas, but he appears to be older than Meliodas by physical appearance. But who knows? But it's something very interesting because, especially after this chapter, it sets Escanor on a very, very high pedestal, if you ask me. And we have a small explanation on Escanor's power, how his genetic makeup allows him allows his power to rise as the sun and reaching the peak at noon, and how he can combine that energy with the heat that his body emanates. And the eggs can be used to charge that energy and send it in a beam of heat that sets everything aflames. It's just awesome. Escanor for me is my second favorite scene. My favorite scene is Bun, but Escanor doesn't fall very far behind. So yes, I'm hopeful to see more of Escanor in the future now that he's appeared. Now that all the 7 scenes were introduced, I hope to see a lot more of them. Speaking of Bun, he actually tries to go towards Escanor's platform to save Jericho and Hawk, because he thinks that Escanor is trying to blow Goter away, but in the end, he's ending up blowing Jericho and Hawk. But Meliodas doesn't say anything and doesn't say anything, it's a lie because he says something. Doesn't move from place, it just stops Bun and said, Bun, trust in Escanor. It's awesome to see Meliodas' trust in his friends. It's awesome to see that because he knows that Escanor is an uncontrolled beast. He knows how fearsome Escanor's power is, but still, he trusts in Escanor. Imagine that Escanor was indeed aiming for Goter. What would have happened? Would Meliodas still be like this and say trust in him? I doubt it, but as we know after reading the chapter, is not so. And Escanor keeps on going. For the sheen of toying with the hearts of others, atone for your deeds with your body. And Goter prepares his attack. Twin bow harlot automatic tracking mode, that's a mouthful, blackout arrow. By the name, one would imagine that it knocks the opponent completely senseless. And so it does. And Goter fires his arrow, Escanor swings his axe, and boom! A giant blast occurs. Lightning skirts the battlefield and everyone is dazed by it. And after the blast, when I first read it, I was like, no, how could he have lost? How? I was like this. Escanor was pierced by Goter's arrow. It's just, we see his face, and I was like, how could he lost? But then I thought, well, maybe Goter is into mincemeat already in the ground, just nothing. There's nothing left of him. And then I turned the page, and Goter is like, and I was like, how could he survive that? And I was thinking maybe he shot Escanor before he could launch his attack. Maybe not, maybe yes. But Jericho realizes what he's done. And even though Goter is like, I won, I'm the best. Yes, I don't even care. I don't even care about him at all. But we see finally what Escanor's objective was. He wasn't referring to Goter. He was referring to the commandments when he said that sentence. For the sin of toying with the hearts of people, atone for your deeds with your bodies. And as the final page of this awesome chapter, we see not only Dolor, not only Gloxini, but both of them completely destroyed by Escanor's attack. That's 4, and I repeat, 4 commandments fallen by the hand of Escanor himself. 4. There's 6 left. 4 alone fell by Escanor's hand. Garum of Truth, Dolor, Gloxinia, the other lady that was with Garum, that I forgot her name. They all fallen they've all fallen by Escanor's hand. And the other remaining scenes had a lot of trouble against Garum, if you remember, and Escanor just defeated him like nothing. And he defeated two more commandments. When I saw this page, I didn't scream because I was in a car and I was with other people. But if I could, I would have screamed. I would have jumped out of the chair and just gone around the house screaming like a madman. Escanor did it again. He ended the tournament in one fell swoop by defeating the henchmen of the tournament themselves. Gloxinia and Dolor are no more, at least as far as we know. And I believe the tournament is over. That's why I said that the tournament, that we wouldn't see the other fights of the tournament, because as the time of the next chapter indicates it, chapter 171, the time has come, and I believe that such time is the time to take the fight directly to the 10 commandments. We have 6 commandments left. 2 of them are Meliodas' brothers, and one is the one in Dreyfus' body, which I believe it might return to Gothar's body. I don't know, because I still haven't understand if Gothar himself was the commandment, like Gothar the selfless, or if Fodrin, it's the demon inside Dreyfus, if he's the selfless demon, if he's the selfless commandment. I haven't understand that yet. I don't think it was told to us yet, but if it was, please correct me in the comment section below. And my god, I'm nearly breathless today. I've recorded these videos quite fast. I'm sorry if the videos are a little bit shorter, but I was just excited to record this and I just went bananas with it. So yes, I hope you guys have enjoyed these reviews. Again, as I said in the last video, please comment your opinion on the chapter in the comment section down below. As well, what do you think will happen in the future chapters? Do you think the tournament will end? Do you think Dolor and Gloxinia are actually defeated? Or if it's just a decoy? It could be a decoy, we don't know. But I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I will see you not Thursday but Friday with the review of this week's chapter of One Piece. I'll have something very important to do on Thursday night, so I will not be able to record One Piece video on Thursday, but worry not, Friday morning, well, my Friday morning, I don't know where you guys are watching the videos from, so my Friday morning, yours probably like Friday's dawn or Friday's night, I don't know, wherever you see the video, you'll get it. Worry not, I will not fail. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and as I always say, please comment on the comment section down below. What's your opinion on the chapter? What's your opinion on what's going to happen in the future? Your opinion on my performance and the quality of the video in general. And yes, I will see you in the next video.